Rodriguez, and I'm reading the Bible out loud to you in a way that's easier to understand. The cupbearer and the baker of the king of Egypt offended the king of Egypt. Pharaoh was angry with his officials, the chief in custody in the house of the captain of the guard, in the same prison where Joseph was confirmed. The captain of the ground assigned then to Joseph, and he attended to them. After they had been in custody for some time, each of the two men, the cupbearer and the baker of the king of Egypt, who were being held in prison, had a dream the same night, and each dreamed its own. Now remember, Joseph has the ability, the gift of reading dreams. That's what got him into all this trouble in the first place. That's why his brothers had him kidnapped, or they kidnapped him and had him sold into slavery, and then he became a prisoner who is now a prison guard, who is now the guard of the baker and the cupbearer of the king. And we're going to continue. He had a dream. They both had the same dream. When Joseph came to them the next morning, he saw that they were dejected. So he asked Pharaoh's officials who were in custody with him in his master's house, "Why do you look so sad today?" "We both had dreams," they answered, "but there is no one to interpret them." Then Joseph said to them, Do not interpretations belong to God. Tell me your dreams. So the chief cupbearer and Joseph told Joseph his dream. He said to him, "In my dream, I saw a vine in front of me, and on this vine were 3 branches. As soon as it budded, it blossomed, and its clusters ripened into grapes. Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes, squeezed them into Pharaoh's cup, and put the cup in his hand." This is what it means, Joseph said to him. He's going to tell them the meaning of their own dreams. The 3 branches are 3 days. Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift up your head and restore you to your positions, and you will put Pharaoh's when you were his cupbearer. But when all goes well with you, remember me and shew me kindness. Mention me to Pharaoh and get me out of this prison. I was forcibly carried off from the land of the Hebrews, and even here I have done nothing to deserve being put in a dungeon. When the chief baker saw that Joseph had given a favorable interpretation, he said to Joseph, "I too had a dream. On my head were 3 baskets of bread. In the top basket were all kinds of baked goods for Pharaoh, but the birds were eating them out of the basket on my head." "This is what it means," Joseph said. "The 3 baskets are 3 days. Within 3 days, Pharaoh will lift up your head and impale your body on a pole, and the birds will eat away your flesh." That's way darker than his friend's reading was. I don't think that I'd want him to read my dreams or interpret my dreams after such an interpretation as that. Now, the 3rd day was Pharaoh's birthday, and he gave a feast for all his officials. He lifted up the heads of the chief cupbearer and the chief baker in the presence of his officials. He restored the chief cupbearer to his position so that he once again put the cup into Pharaoh's hand, just like Joseph said the dream told him that the cupbearer would do. But he impaled the chief baker. just as Joseph had said to them in his interpretations. That's what I just said. The chief cupbearer, however, did not remember Joseph. He forgot him. That's the end of chapter 40. That one was pretty juicy. I'm looking forward to reading chapter 41. If you want to catch up, all you have to do is look me up on my YouTube channel at Jesus is a DJ. It's all one word. And don't forget to like and subscribe.